Welcome back to our Blue Sea Water channel. In our last video, we discussed how the Clean 24 works and how it integrates with medical ozone therapy. I just want to do a quick video for anybody looking at this therapy because they've never heard about it, how I learned about it, and my experience clinically using it. Number one, I learned about this from Russian natural doctors. They all do ozone. There's a Dr. Galina in New York. She has a site called vitalgate.com. She has a cancer clinic in New York. She uses medical ozone and she uses other therapies, and she also uses Mission. I learned about this from Dr. Oleg Nikishin in Pennsylvania, who sells ozone, uses ozone, and made his own version of the Mission coil, and still working on it. I don't think it's in the market, but he was the first one to actually share this knowledge, and he was so impressed with this treatment protocol. So he sent me one and I started working with it, and indeed I found it a great adjunct to the medical ozone. Then there's a Dr. Karamov in Portland who I talk with, who does the same technology, ozone Mission. So within a certain substrate of Russian culture, this is a very well-known therapy called the Mission coil. This box here has a very specialized toroid coil that will cover the entire body. It has two antennas. This is a specialized what's called toroid coil. And as we described in the last video, you're going to treat your organs, your kidneys, your liver with this box, but it's a wearable. So it has a battery, plugs into the box, powers the box, goes into the wearable. You wear this on your arm. You can look at our last video, we show this. And then there's a wire that goes to this copper bracelet. This wire goes to this copper bracelet here, which treats the blood. Just look at our last video. We'll post links below showing you how to goes on the body. It's very simple. You just wear it on your arm, wrap the wire down to the bracelet, treat the blood, and the coil in the box treats the whole body. Not only does this go after pathogens, but it protects the body from all kinds of negative electromagnetic influences. For all you out there who maybe know about medical ozone, functionally speaking, this is an incredible adjunct. Where ozone works to some degree on some pathogens, it just doesn't have the sustained time of therapy. Now, if you're going in maybe 3 times a week for heavy-duty IV injections, which is very expensive, like 10 pass, you might get over the hump, but then what's going to happen the next time, the next go-round, 4 weeks later, 5 weeks later. So the idea of having home medical ozone where you can repeat dosing as often as needed and actually do, let's say, several rounds of rectal insufflation to go blood systemic is generally more affordable and practical. But that might be a little weaker than IV, but it's still not enough. And this is where I learned from these Russian doctors how the Mission treatment system is a perfect complement to ozone. And one key thing to understand about electrostatics, ozone's made with lightning strikes in a machine. You take oxygen, you pass it through a tube, and essentially it ignites lightning strikes called corona discharge, and you get this radical gas called ozone. It's like electrified, or I call lightning oxygen. The electrostatic field in the Mission, and this, to make it real simple, and this is how I really came to understand why this is so powerful, is essentially a lightning field. Electrostatics is really like putting lightning on the body. Now the key is how strong is the field, how far does it go, and also how do you drive it into the body. What's unique about the Mission electrostatic treatment, number one, the frequency is very high. In this system, it's around 350,000 hertz. In the regular Mission, 300,000 hertz. But the way they set it up, it drives in a vortex. So it's kind of like a little cyclone. So this drives the treatment into the body. That's what makes it so cell permeable. So I've been studying this a long time and pragmatically using it in conjunction with ozone. And I have clients around the world doing this who've all had very good treatment success. So let's say you do get a heavy duty lung infection. What are you going to do? You can't do ozone. It's toxic to the lungs. How are you going to get into the cells of the lungs? Well, this is where you could literally put this up against the lungs and it's going to drive deep into the cellular body. There are very few therapies that are cell permeable. If you have a sinus infection, you can put this up around the sinuses. But also, you could do sinus insufflation ozone. And these are very strategic therapies, and you have to think in simple strategic terms. The longevity of time, this is what makes this wearable so amazing. You can put an electrostatic field on the body for long periods of time and really start to go after heavy-duty pathogenic states. Okay, so again, if you want some references, you can contact me and I'll give you some names of some of these doctors. If you want to go get treated in a clinic, very expensive, we can refer you to these doctors. You can do this at home. It doesn't take that much skill, and it's way more affordable to do this. But the key is to be consistent. If you're coming from a very compromised state, you need to, number one, prepare your kidneys, prepare your liver, and go steadily, and then have a way to process the die-off. But you can transform the state of your toxic, low energetic body. And this just is a matter of doing this correctly, steadily, and understanding how these therapies work together. We'll be happy to do a consult with you and familiarize you with this therapy. For me, I know it like the back of my hand. This is nothing new. I was very lucky and fortunate to find these therapies. Again, it's just a shame with the politics in Russia that people don't understand how much amazing healing technology comes out of Russia. And there's some beautiful people that I've worked with over there. I'm very, very grateful for their help and assistance. Thank you. Any questions, please contact me. We'll post links below.